For nearly 30 years, quantum computing researchers chased one specific goal, a chip where adding more qubits actually makes errors go down instead of up. Google's Willow processor became the first chip to actually achieve that, and it's still one of the most important results shaping quantum computing conversations today. This video breaks down what that result actually means, why it was so hard to achieve, and why it still matters. Let's get into it. First, let's understand the core problem Willow was built to solve. Qubits, the basic units of quantum computers, are incredibly sensitive to noise. Tiny amounts of interference, from heat, electromagnetic fields, or even the general quantum jitter of the universe, can corrupt a calculation. The obvious fix would seem to be, just add more qubits to make the system more powerful and reliable. But historically, that approach backfired. As you add more physical qubits to a system, you also introduce more opportunities for errors to creep in, so bigger quantum systems tended to get noisier, not more reliable. This created a genuine paradox at the heart of quantum computing. The systems needed to scale up to become useful, but scaling up made them less trustworthy. The theoretical solution to this paradox has existed since the 1990s, and it's called quantum error correction. Instead of relying on a single, fragile physical qubit to hold one piece of information, you group multiple physical qubits together into what's called a logical qubit. This grouping is often arranged as a grid called a surface code. The theory said that if your individual qubits were good enough, if their error rate fell below a specific threshold, then making these logical qubit groupings larger should cause the overall error rate to go down exponentially, rather than up. For decades, no one had actually demonstrated this in a real, physical quantum computer. That's exactly what changed with Willow. Google's research team tested logical qubits built from grids of increasing size, starting at 3 by 3, then 5 by 5, then 7 by 7 physical qubits. Each time they increased the grid size, the error rate dropped by a factor of about 2.14. That is a genuine exponential reduction, the defining signature researchers had been chasing since the theory was first proposed. This crossing point has a specific name in the field, being below threshold, meaning the physical qubits were finally good enough that scaling up the system actually improved reliability instead of degrading it. Here's a detail that really drives home how significant this is. The final 7 by 7 logical qubit, built from 101 physical qubits working together, had a lifetime more than twice as long as any single one of its individual physical qubits. In other words, the combined system was more reliable than its best individual component, proof that error correction was doing genuinely more than just averaging things out, it was actively creating a more robust unit than any of its parts. One quantum information theorist not involved in the study described this properly, pointing out the core tension the result finally resolved. As you build a bigger system, you'd normally expect more errors just from having more components, but Willow showed that smart error correction can overcome that tendency entirely. Independent physicists in the field describe this as a very convincing demonstration, and one of the clearest proof points yet that quantum error correction can actually work in practice, not just on paper. Willow also delivered a separate, attention-grabbing result alongside the error correction milestone. Using a specific benchmark test, Willow completed a calculation in under 5 minutes that Google estimates would take today's most powerful classical supercomputers about 10 septillion years, a number so large it has no meaningful real-world comparison. It's important to be clear about what this benchmark does and doesn't prove. This specific benchmark test was designed to demonstrate raw quantum computational power, not to solve a practical, real-world problem. So while it's an impressive technical achievement, it doesn't mean quantum computers are already outperforming classical computers on useful tasks like drug discovery or financial modeling. That broader milestone, called quantum advantage, is a separate and ongoing pursuit across the whole industry. So what does Willow's error correction breakthrough actually unlock going forward? It serves as a genuine proof of concept that the surface code architecture, the grid-based approach to grouping qubits, can actually scale the way theorists predicted for decades. That means future, larger quantum chips built on this same approach have a real, demonstrated path toward becoming more stable and reliable as they grow, rather than less. Most experts still estimate that fully fault-tolerant quantum computing, systems that can run indefinitely without uncorrected errors, remains roughly a decade away. But Willow meaningfully narrows that gap, and gives the entire quantum computing field a concrete, working example that the fundamental error correction theory holds up in real hardware. That's Google's Willow chip and its error correction breakthrough explained. If you found this useful, make sure to subscribe for more tech deep dives, and I'll see you in the next video.